I'm back with the part 3 of the challenge where I am trying to grow a real $5,000 account to $10,000. Right now, the balance is sitting at $6,342 and the goal remains the same, to double the account. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, that's where this challenge has started, and ever since I've been documenting every step, every trade, and every decision. This week marks a new chapter, so let's see how the markets will move and if we can take another step towards the goal. And today I had no setups. Yesterday I didn't trade at all due to the bank holidays in the United States, and today was Tuesday and I had no setups. I had a couple opportunities, but before I discuss about them, I want to show you guys the balance so you can see that it's still at 6,342. Let me show you the settings as well so you can see that it's a real account. Let me show you the balance once again. And now let's talk about today. So on USHF, on the 1 hour, we can see that we have this valid high, this valid low. The low was liquidated and initially it entered an H1 plus an H4 fair value gap. Then it also entered this demand. But on the 5 minute, if we go, we can see that it had no bullish shift. Okay, next up on euro dollar, price liquidated this valid high and it entered an H4 fair value gap over here. And now, of course, it entered this supply as well. But again, on the 5 minute, no bearish shift, nothing we could have entered. On US 30 next up, we have this low, this high. The high was liquidated and price entered this H1 plus H4 fair value gap. But again, on the 5 minute, no bearish shift. And besides that, everything else stayed in between. So GBP USD formed this valid high, this valid low, and it stayed in between for the whole session. Gold, same story over here as well. Same story on NASDAQ and same story on GJ. But we can notice that the volume wasn't there today. Okay, today was Tuesday, and usually on Tuesdays, the volume is looking a lot better than it did today. And it's pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely testing my patience, but there's nothing I can do about it. I need to respect my plan and understand that it's a lot better to have a no trading day than having a day where I enter the trade just for the sake of entering it and not respecting my plan. Okay, I really hope you guys learned something from this as well. And yeah, we'll keep on going. Tomorrow I'll get back to you guys. It is Wednesday now and the markets are definitely looking better than yesterday. The volume is in a better place and I already had an opportunity. The stock exchange just opened and I already had an opportunity here on GJ that I decided to not take, and I will tell you now exactly why. So on the 1 hour, price liquidated this valid high and it entered this H1 plus H4 fair value gap, and we can see that it rejected to it pretty beautifully. On the 5 minute, if we go, we can see that we had these 5 minute liquidations, which is great, and then price broke down right here, broke structure to the downside, fully closed below the low, and it also had this tiny FVG right here where I could have entered. Okay, however, I decided to not enter because it was too tiny. The FVG was too tiny and I don't like to enter on a tiny FVG. To be honest, I wanted to enter the trade. I had this urge because it would have ended the wait, but I decided to stick to my plan and wait for that A+ setup, and this wasn't an A+ setup for me. Okay, and to be honest, seeing how easily it mitigated the FVG and that it already tapped this supply twice on the 5 minute, I think that price most likely will head towards the upside from here. Next up on GBP USD, on the 1 hour, price liquidated this valid low. It also entered an H1 plus H4 fair value gap, and we could also have a beautiful H1 sweep confluence if the price will close like this on the 1 hour. Because of that, on the 5 minute, I will now look for a bullish shift. I want to see a full body closure, an aggressive shift, and then I could potentially have an entry. Besides that, everything else is not looking that interesting right now. USHF is in between. Euro dollar liquidated this low, but due to the fact that I had no higher time frame confluences, I looked left and I identified this new low over here. Next up on US 30, price liquidated this high, but again, because we had no other confluences, I looked left and I identified the new high. Gold price is in between, and Nasdaq is also in between. It liquidated this high, but once again, no higher time frame confluences. I looked left and I identified my new high. So yeah, now I'm just gonna wait and see how things will unfold, but of course I will keep you guys updated. And I am done trading for today as well, and I am happy that the volume is looking a lot better than yesterday. And to be honest, I've seen some moves today, some volume today that I haven't seen in the past 2 weeks. So that's a great sign, in my opinion, that the markets should slowly come back to normal. However, I didn't enter any trades today. I had an opportunity here that I want to discuss about now. Yes, I know it would have been a TP, but now I will show you exactly why I didn't enter. So on the 1 hour, we had this valid high, this valid low. Initially, I had this valid low over here, but then I saw that price didn't fully close below this low. Because the thing is, when I firstly opened the chart today on euro dollar, I thought that this low closed below this one here, and therefore I moved my low over here. But then when I looked closely, I was like, okay, but it didn't close below. It gave me a beautiful H1 sweep. So I did the right thing and I moved my low over here. Okay, so we can see that it liquidated the low. It gave a beautiful H1 sweep, and therefore on the 5 minute I waited for an aggressive shift. I've also seen these liquidations over here, and the shift came in right here. Full body closure above the high, but the reason I didn't enter is because this shift didn't convince me. I wasn't confident after this shift, because we can see that up here it fought for 15 minutes to finally close above the high. Okay, and besides, these candles weren't full, the body wasn't as big as I wanted it to be, and also the PVG wasn't the greatest. And lastly, I also didn't like the fact that the PVG was pretty close to the bottom of the leg. I usually prefer it to be on the higher side of the leg, and that's why I didn't enter this setup. Next up, on US 30, on the 1 hour, price liquidated this valid high over here, gave a beautiful H1 sweep on it, but on the 5 minute, the shift came in too late over here. And even if I wanted to enter on the PVG here, the TP would have been way past the opposite liquidity level, and that is a no-go for me, okay? On USHEF, on the 1 hour, price liquidated a pretty good liquidity level. This one over here gave a beautiful H1 sweep on it, but again, on the 5 minute, due to the fact that I had no shift, I didn't enter. Next up, on GBP USD, price liquidated the high. It entered this H1 plus H4 fair value gap. It also had a beautiful H1 sweep, but again, on the 5 minute, no aggressive shift. On Nasdaq, on the 1 hour, price liquidated the high and it entered an H4 plus daily fair value gap. But on the 5 minute, the shift came in too late and it was a weak shift, okay, because it didn't fully close below the low. And besides that, GJ and gold, these two stayed in between. They didn't really do much today. Okay, so yeah, that's a wrap for today. Still no day trades for this week. At least the swing trading is going well, but on this 5K account, I told you guys from the beginning that I won't place any swing trades, because the swing strategy is the strategy I solely teach in my mentoring program, the strategy I developed from scratch. And on that note, if you are interested in that strategy, because it requires only 15 minutes a day, you can apply for my mentoring program by clicking the first link down below. And that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. It is the next morning now, and remember yesterday when we ended the day, when I told you guys that the swings went great lately, check this out. TP hit on GBP/AUD, TP hit on NZD/JPY overnight. I literally woke up to this TP being hit. Look at this history as well. On my funded account, $8,000 closed across these two trades. And to be honest, I'm a bit annoyed of the fact that I didn't place swing trades on this 5K account, because quite frankly, if I would have been close to either the target or I would have already hit it. But the plan is the plan. Like I said, I won't trade this swing strategy on this 5K account, and you guys already know why. And yeah, that being said, I will see you guys later today, and hopefully we will have some day trading setups as well. Finally, we have a trade. We are in this beautiful Nasdaq trade that I previously discussed with you guys, currently floating $500 and something. And yeah, it became valid. Remember, we were up here. I was talking about waiting for that aggressive bearish shift, and it finally came in right here, closed below, full body closure, 2 PVGs entered on the second, And to be honest, I think soon I will move the stops at break even, because we can see that it liquidated all of these lows here. Okay, so I think I will move the stops at break even. It also entered this demand area over here. Very beautiful reaction to that VVG. And yeah, I'm happy that we are finally in a trade. Besides that, USHEF, no bullish shift here, so nothing to enter. Euro dollar still in between, GU still in between, US 30 still in between, everything is still in between. So yeah, possibly the only setup for today. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated with how it will play out. So today was a perfect day. When I woke up to a snipe on NZDJPY, a swing trade. Of course, I didn't catch it on the 5K personal account, but still a great start of the day. And this is how we end the day. We ended with the TP being hit right here on this beautiful NASDAQ trade. And let me show you the MetaTrader as well. This is the profit, $1,041. Let me show you the balance as well. This is the balance. And let me show you once again the settings, and of course once again the balance. The balance is now at 7384, so we are almost halfway through. And yeah, this was it for today. The only setup for today that we executed, this one here, had a beautiful sniper reaction, went straight to the TP. And yeah, patience pays off, guys. Patience pays off. You saw it. Days in a row with no setups. I kept my head down. I waited. I stick to my plan. And today, as soon as I saw that A+ setup, I was like, okay, I won't miss it. Okay, remember I told you guys that it was looking good. I only needed the shift. The shift came in right here after we spoke about it. And then I entered right here, and of course it played out perfectly. There's no better way for it to play out. It literally triggered the entry and then went straight into profit. And yeah, what can I say? Really happy about it. You guys that are in my community as well enjoy the profits, because of course this setup was sent in my community as well. And on that note, if you would like to become part of our community to be able to work with me one-on-one and gain access to all of the day trades I'm taking from Monday to Friday, and of course to the swing strategy as well, you can apply for it once again by clicking the first link down below. And that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. It is Friday now, it is 5:30 p.m. my time, and currently I have my eyes on NASDAQ and gold. On NASDAQ, on the 1 hour, price liquidated this valid high. It gave a beautiful H1 sweep on it, and therefore now on the 5 minute, I am looking for a bearish shift. Next up on gold, price liquidated this valid low, and the only confluence here could be a beautiful H1 sweep if price will close above this low on the 1 hour. If that will be the case, then on the 5 minute, I will be looking for a bullish shift. And apart from that, everything else is pretty much in between besides GU, where price liquidated this low, but we can see that it fully closed below it here. And therefore, what I'm looking now is to see whether price will head lower and enter this H1 demand over here, okay, to have a higher time frame confluence. After that, euro dollar is in between, USHEF also in between, US 30 also in between, GJ also in between. Okay, just formed a new high here. And yeah, for now, I will focus on gold to see whether it's going to give me a bullish shift, and on NASDAQ to see whether it's going to give a bearish shift. And of course, I will keep you guys updated. So right here on NASDAQ, I have a potential that I won't enter, and I quickly wanted to discuss it with you guys. Why I am not entering this setup. So on the 1 hour, we already know that it liquidated this high. It had the beautiful H1 sweep confluence, and on the 5 minute, all that was missing was the shift. The shift came in right here, okay, fully closed below this low, and I took this low in consideration because it is a pretty clear move. Breakout structure, full body closure, VBG as well, everything is on point. However, I decided to not take it because the volume isn't that bearish anymore. If price would have formed a second VBG here, I would have entered. If of course the VBG would have been a decent sized one. Besides, this VBG is pretty close to the high, and I don't like that. And secondly, it was already mitigated before the BOS. Okay, we can see price already tapped into it there, and because of that, the VBG is already a bit weaker, and therefore I won't enter. Compared to yesterday, yes, the shift wasn't clear, but the intention was there. The big volume was there, and that made me take the setup and be confident in it. Okay, and besides, it's also Friday, it's the final hour, it's 10 minutes past 6, so there's no need for me to FOMO and enter something I'm not confident in. Okay, besides, we might have something on gold. Okay, it confirmed the beautiful H1 sweep confluence. It also formed a second leg here. So if the volume is good, if the volume is there, and if I see something aggressive, an aggressive push towards the upside, I might have something. And same story on GU. So GU went a bit lower and it entered this H1 FVG, but also a daily FVG. Okay, so now on the 5 minute, we can also see some liquidations, which is great. If I see something aggressive with good volume behind, I will definitely consider it. But yeah, I will keep you guys updated. All right, so we had a valid setup here on GBP USD, but it became invalid. Let me tell you why. It is 7 p.m. now. We are done for today. Over here, we already know that price liquidated this low and it entered this H1 demand plus this daily fair value gap. On the 5 minute, I was waiting for the aggressive bullish shift that came in right here. But due to the fact that it formed multiple fair value gaps, I decided to delete it because ultimately it became invalid. And therefore the balance is sitting at $7,384, still in the same place. These are the settings. And once again, let me show you the balance. Besides that, on NASDAQ, we can say that we avoided a loss. It formed a second FVG here, but again, I decided to not take it because I saw a lot of indecision here. I didn't like the bearish volume and therefore I didn't enter, and it is safe to say that we avoided a loss because from here I doubt price has the strength to go all the way down here where the TP area was. Okay, on gold, I was waiting for a bullish shift that never came. As we can see, the volume slowed down and there was no shift. And besides that, everything else stayed in between. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty much it for today and for this week and for this part 3 of the series, because of course we will end the video right here. And what can I say? I'm happy. I'm happy about this week. Even though we only had one trade, I'm happy that it was a beautiful, beautiful winner and I was able to catch it in front of you guys. And yeah, I would say we made good progress. Right now we are at 7.4k, if I'm not, yeah, almost 7.4k in the balance. $2,384 profit in only 3 weeks. It's only been 3 weeks and we're already halfway through. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress. Let me know down below what you guys think about this episode. Let me know what you think about the series and make sure you are subscribed to not miss out on the future videos. Okay, because I will continue this series. At the end of it, if I manage to hit that $10,000 target, like I said, I will do a giveaway where I will gift you guys 2 prop firm accounts. 2 of you guys will be the lucky winners. But first of all, let's see if I'm going to hit that 10k target. And yeah, that being said, till the next video, if you guys want to see a video where I talk about my journey as a trader from the start to the present moment, you can feel free to watch the video that will pop on the screen now. And that being said, I want to wish you all the best and take care.